there. Today we are going to be dividing by one-digit divisors using a method called partial quotients. We will take our number, however many we're dividing by. Let's just say we're dividing 785 divided by 5. Difference between the traditional way is that we give ourselves a long line over here so that we can use multiplication to help us divide. So we say to ourselves, how many times does 5 go into 700, not just 7? We use those easy multiples and we think, well, 5 times 10 would be way too small. It would only be 50. And then we think, let's go up. Easy multiples of 10. Let's try 5 times 100. That's 500. That will go into 700. What if we went up to 200? 200 has us hitting 1,000, which is too high, so that's pretty much busted. So we are going to use multiplication. We're going to say 5 times 100 gives us 500, and then we're going to subtract to see how much we have left to share. And then we have to think to ourselves, how can we use multiplication to divide? 5 times what goes into 200? So the kids realize that they're not going to be able to use the hundreds because that's too big. They have to go back to the tens, and they've already done 5 times 10. So a lot of times in the beginning, they'll just start going up. 5 times 20 is 100. But then eventually they realize that 5 goes into 240 times, and they'll jump. 5 times 40 is 200. Let's see if we can get a little bit closer. 5 times 50 is 250. That's really close. If we went one more, it would be 300. That'd be too big. Eventually, the kids will get to the point they can do this in their heads. Right now, we're just scribing our thinking. So we're going to use 5, and I always touch 5 times 50, which gives us 250. I know it seems like a lot of steps, but it's really helping the kids understand that what they're doing is really dividing hundreds, tens, and fives, not just dad divide, mom multiply, sister subtract. It's more than just an algorithm. It's actually using place value. So now they're going to ask themselves, 5 goes into 35 how many times? 5 times 7 is 35. And we have no leftovers. We call this partial quotients because they have all these partial answers. And then they add them together. 100 plus 50 plus 7 is 157.